Hello and welcome, everyone. My name's Sapphire. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it happens to be when you're tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Namaste. Um, so this video is about not piling too much on your plate, not piling too much on your to-do list at any given moment in time, and how to time manage things in a better way, how to be more realistic about your short and long-term goals, and how to implement things so that you can be productive and be successful and fruitful at what you're trying to do. First off, if this content resonates with you and you'd like to see more like it, please like, comment down below, subscribe and turn on the bell, or even donate. Thank you so much. I create content on mindfulness, motivation, inspiration, spirituality, philosophy, magic, divination, astrology, affirmations, lifestyle, beauty, the trans experience, LGBTQ plus rights and politics, environmental issues in politics, animal rights and my love for animals, furry things, cooking, art, wellness, travel, and maybe even more. So if any of these or all of these resonate with you, definitely subscribe and turn on the bell. Thank you. I'll just get right into it. I would like to take a short while to talk to you all today about the importance of being realistic about your short and long-term goals, and why you shouldn't pile too much on your plate at any given time, and how to avoid piling too much on. I was feeling called to talk to you all about this because it is something I have recently confronted and found myself struggling with. I recently left my old job, started a new job, left the new job. Long story, I'll get into detail another time. Searched and applied for jobs, and I was finally rehired by my old job. And while I did have more free time than I previously did before, it almost didn't feel it because of the whirlwind of training, shadowing, temperamental work, occasional appointments to also work around, adjustment to the new workflow, trying to get used to waking up early again, worrying about finances and what to do about that, and trying and often failing to find time to work around all this and work on scripting, recording, and editing my videos. And then once again worrying about losing that new job and going back on the job market, only for my job to thankfully quickly take me back. It has been a collision course of adjusting to the new job, probably excessive and unrealistic expectations of amount of time and work I can put toward my YouTube content within a given week or two, and sleeping in much more than I would like to on my days off. This one overarching problem, I think, has been my biggest hurdle to overcome in the arena of time management. It is something I'm still working on and slowly making strides and improvements on, but like I've said before, seek progress, not perfection. It won't just be you guys learning today. We'll be doing some learning together. So let's get into it, shall we? As I've recently been learning the hard way, you should not pile too much on your plate at any given time. Why, you overachievers may ask? Because you'll inevitably end up doing one or more of the following: driving yourself a little stir crazy, not getting enough sleep, burning out, failing to accomplish or even make any forward progress on one or more of your tasks or goals, or doing a subpar job on one or more of your tasks or goals because you've thrown most of your time and energy into one or a few tasks and neglected the others that you also wanted to get to, or you've stretched your time and energy so thin across multiple tasks or goals that they all come out rather shoddy. Doesn't sound too good, right? Yeah, it's not. It will usually leave you with a rather crappy feeling of dissatisfaction or feeling unaccomplished in one or more areas of your life. And I don't know about you, but I do not want to feel my dreams and goals slipping further and further out of reach. So, how can you avoid piling too much on your metaphorical plate at any given time? I'm glad you asked. So, I have some tips, tricks, and pointers that I have to work on more fully implementing myself. I encourage you all to, first off, prioritize tasks by urgency, importance, and urgency. Number two, delegate tasks when possible. It's hard to do if you're mostly a solo worker, but do what you can. And number three, be mindful of accepting new responsibilities. Practice saying no or later to low priority requests or demands that would make your workload unsustainable. And break down tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks called chunking. Don't try to get it all done all at once unless it's due right away. It's okay to do what you can and make a significant dent in the big project, and then put the rest off and come back to it in a day or two, feeling refreshed if you've got plenty of time ahead of you, or if there's no particular deadline. Prioritizing your tasks and communicating your limitations can also help you avoid feeling overwhelmed. So just allow me to elaborate on all three of these points. Number one, prioritize and organize. Assess your current workload. Identify all tasks and obligations and categorize them by importance and urgency. Prioritize ruthlessly. Focus on the most impactful and highest priority tasks first. Those tasks and goals that have the greatest positive impact on your life, and make it a point to make some forward progress on it regularly, whether you feel like it or not. Time management. Allocate specific times for different tasks and stick to your schedule. Plan ahead. Create a to-do list or agenda and break down tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Number two, delegate and seek support. Delegate tasks. If possible, delegate tasks to others, especially if they are not essential to your primary responsibilities. Seek support. Ask for help when needed, whether it's from colleagues, friends, or family. And don't be afraid or too proud to ask for help. Be honest and realistic with yourself and what you can reasonably accomplish in a given period of time, and communicate your limitations and needs to others. Number three, learn to say no. Establish boundaries. Learn to politely decline requests or demands, whether they're coming from yourself or from others, that would overload you or take away from your most important priorities or responsibilities. Be assertive. Don't feel guilty about saying no or telling yourself no when you need to protect your time and energy. Prioritize your well-being. Remember that your mental and physical health is important and needs to be protected. And here are some additional tips and tricks to Whittle down what's on your plate at any given time. Number 4, break down tasks and focus on progress. Chunk tasks. Divide large projects into smaller, more manageable steps. Focus on progress, not perfection. Celebrate small victories and avoid getting bogged down in perfectionism. Start with the most urgent task. Address the most pressing issue first to relieve immediate pressure. Number 5, practice mindfulness and self-care. Take breaks. Schedule regular breaks throughout the day to rest and recharge. Engage in relaxing activities. Practice mindfulness, meditation, or other relaxation techniques to reduce stress. Communicate with others. Share your feelings and concerns with trusted friends or family members. By implementing these strategies, you can effectively manage your workload and avoid feeling overwhelmed. And with that out of the way, how can you be more realistic about setting and achieving short-term goals? To set realistic short-term goals, use the SMART, S-M-A-R-T, framework and break down larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Prioritize tasks based on importance and feasibility and regularly review progress to stay on track. Let's break it down. Number 1, specific. Define specific goals. Instead of vague aspirations, clearly outline what you want to achieve. For example, instead of exercise more, try something like walk 30 minutes every day for the next week. Number 2, measurable. Make goals measurable. Establish clear criteria to track your progress. This allows you to see how close you are to achieving your goal. Using the exercise example, set a timer when you head out for your morning walk, or use a device like a Fitbit, or use one of the various health tracking apps or step tracking apps out there to monitor your walk. Number 3, achievable. Ensure goals are achievable. Set goals that are within reach given your time, resources, and abilities. Avoid setting goals that are too ambitious, too lofty for you at this given moment in time, as this can lead to discouragement. Number 4, relevant. Keep goals relevant. Ensure your goals align with your broader aspirations and priorities. A relevant goal will provide motivation and a sense of purpose. Number 5, time-bound. Set time-bound deadlines. Assign specific deadlines to your goals. This provides a sense of urgency and helps you to stay focused. And here are some additional tips and pointers when you're trying to set realistic short-term goals and achieve them. Prioritize and schedule. Organize your goals based on importance and allocate specific time for working on them. This ensures that you focus on what matters most. Celebrate successes. Acknowledge and celebrate reaching your milestones, even small ones. This provides positive reinforcement and keeps you motivated. Be flexible. Life happens and unexpected events may arise. Be prepared to adjust your goals and timelines as needed. Don't beat yourself up, right? Don't be excessively hard on yourself if you fall short of your target or timeline, or you hit challenges or roadblocks. Be kind, gentle, and forgiving with yourself. Get back up and dust yourself off and re-strategize and keep moving forward and making progress. With all that being said, how can you be more realistic about setting and achieving long-term goals? It's actually largely the same as working on your short-term goals, but with more emphasis on chunking, breaking down the big project, task, or goal into smaller, more manageable steps, and making some significant regular or even daily progress on said project, and maintaining morale to keep going for the long haul. It won't happen overnight, so don't try to force it to happen like that. Be patient, hold the vision, and keep your chin up. Put in the energy and the work in a consistent and sustainable manner, and let the outcome or result unfold organically and when the time is right. To be realistic about short-term goals, start by defining your vision and values. Break down large goals into smaller, achievable steps. And again, use the SMART, SMART framework that I talked about. And track your progress regularly. Be flexible and adaptable as circumstances and priorities may change. Also be forgiving with yourself if you fall short. See the timeline push back or encounter virtually inevitable challenges. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And here's a more detailed breakdown. Number 1, define your vision and values. Visualize your ideal future. What do you want your life to look like in the long term? Get as detailed and specific as possible. What will the future reality look like, sound like, smell like, feel like? Who do you want to be? What do you want your life to be about? What do you want to do with your life? What incredible sense of accomplishment and fulfillment will you feel when your dreams and goals materialize? Align goals with values. Ensure long-term goals reflect your core values and priorities. Find your why. Understanding the reason behind your goals can provide motivation and persistence. Raise your standards. Shift your mindset and shift your identity. If you have been accepting a subpar, mediocre, or coasting existence, raise your standards while ensuring your goals are achievable and realistic given resources and circumstances. But also remember, your circumstances don't define you. You can change them with persistence and dedication. Do your best to shed any negative or limiting beliefs or behaviors that you may have. Shift your mindset and replace them with positive, empowering, and uplifting beliefs and behaviors. Use affirmations and or motivational or inspirational quotes or stories every day to give you a boost, improve your mindset and outlook, and stay motivated. Shift your identity. Who is it you want to be? What do you want to do with your life that will create deep fulfillment, contentment, and attainment? What would you like the lasting legacy of your life to be? What does your future highest self look like, sound like, and act like? How do they navigate their world and carry themselves? Identify and align with this future higher self, and think, speak, and act accordingly. Act as if you already have this future reality in the palm of your hands. Act as if it already is. So mote it be, and so it is. Be grateful for all the blessings you currently have while holding the vision for the future with the expectation that you will collect the future blessings in due time. Number 2, set SMART goals. Specific. Clearly define what you want to achieve. Measurable. Establish how you will track your progress. Achievable. Ensure your goals are realistic and attainable given your time, energy, money, resources, and circumstances. But remember, again, you can change your circumstances over time, right? Relevant. Connect your goals to your overall vision and values. Time bound. Set a deadline for achieving your goals. 3, break down large goals. Divide long-term goals into short-term goals. This makes them feel less daunting and easier to manage. Create milestones. Celebrate your progress as you achieve short-term goals, which can boost your motivation. Number 4, track your progress. Regularly assess your progress. Review your goals and update your plan as needed. Develop an accountability system. Track your progress and identify areas where you may need to adjust your approach. Number 5, be flexible and adaptable. Acknowledge that life changes. Be prepared to adjust your goals and plans as circumstances evolve. Embrace challenges as learning opportunities. View setbacks not as some terrible, horrible thing, some failure, but rather as opportunities to grow and refine your approach. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be excessively hard on yourself if you fall short of your target or the timeline gets pushed back or you hit challenges or roadblocks. Be kind, gentle, and forgiving with yourself. Get back up and dust yourself off. Re-strategize and keep moving forward and making progress. Again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Number 6. Maintain discipline and motivation. Find your motivation. Identify what drives you to pursue your goals and keep that motivation alive. What keeps you interested and fuels your passion? What will allow you to keep getting up every day and keep going and getting after it day after day, even or perhaps especially when you don't feel like it? Maintain discipline. Now, don't necessarily be your own personal drill sergeant, but create a routine, regimen, or ritual and stick to it. Maintain consistency and discipline. Set aside specific windows of time and make some significant forward progress on your project, dream, vision, or goals every day. Or with some regularity, such as a few times a week, whether you feel like it or not. Celebrate your achievements. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress to reinforce your commitment. Surround yourself with supportive people. Seek encouragement and guidance from friends, family, and mentors. And that concludes my tips, tricks, and guidance and advice to set and achieve more realistic short and long-term goals, so you can avoid piling too much on your metaphorical plate at any given time. If things aren't going too well for you right now, chin up. Keep the faith, hold your vision, and avoid overwhelm. Release perfectionism, the desire for overnight results, and the need to be an overachiever, and instead focus on progress and realistic and manageable achievement. It is my sincere hope and belief that taking this advice to heart and more fully implementing these pointers in your life will help you lead both a more balanced and accomplished life. Again, if you got anything out of this or learned anything new, please remember to like, comment down below, subscribe and turn on the bell, or even donate if you feel called. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a beautiful and amazing rest of your day. Again, thank you. Namaste. Love you all. Take care.